What's going on guys, Ibadra here and welcome to another video. Now in this video guys, we're going to be doing a CoryxKenshin thumbnail tutorial. I did do one a while ago, but this is now updated. Now I will be showing you guys 3 different thumbnail types that CoryxKenshin uses. So before we start this video guys, please leave a like and subscribe, that'd be greatly appreciated. I will be doing an 8-bit variant thumbnail tutorial that's going to come very soon. If you want any advice of YouTube, any help, you can join my Discord, ask me there, and I'll also have some links in the description to go help you out in your videos. I also make thumbnails for many other YouTubers. Here are some of the ones on my channel. If you do want any of these, hit me up and we can work something out. Thumbnail prices are extremely fair and very budget friendly. Now guys, I know people want a free thumbnail tutorial, but I'm gonna say 2 things. The first one is that this is a Photoshop tutorial, but I do suggest watching because the things I'm talking about can be applied into free softwares. So if you're strictly looking for CoryxKenshin type thumbnails, make sure to watch to the end of the video. The first thing we're gonna do is open up Photoshop. Now if you can see guys, I have made thumbnails for a lot of other people here, but what we're gonna do guys is come over here and click on create new. I'm gonna choose custom. Now we have to make sure this is set to pixels and our width is 1280 by 720. We're gonna choose the landscape orientation, keep the resolution at 72. Just pause the video and copy and paste these stats. Once we got that all set, we're gonna push create. Now guys, here we have our empty canvas. First thing I like to do is put the thumbnail into perspective. Now the first thing I'm gonna do guys is I'm gonna hold control and push 0. That's gonna full screen my page, and then we're gonna click on minus about 2 or 3 times. Now this is a good distance to have because you can see the whole thumbnail. It's not going to be right up in your face, and this size will really help you with proportions. As I said at the start guys, this video is going to be cut into 3 different thumbnail sections. So the first one's going to be similar to this thumbnail. This is from his recent video. The second one guys is the common CoryxKenshin thumbnail. You kind of see this on the majority of his channel. And then the third one is the classic square. Now I did do a tutorial for this in my last video. If you want to go watch that, you can click on the card up here, but this is a new updated one, so I'm suggesting for this one. Now what I do suggest guys is do not copy CoryxKenshin's thumbnails word for word, pixel for pixel. Do not do that. You need to have some originality if you want to get somewhere on YouTube. Now if you're new to this and you're kind of lost and you really want to get this right, that is completely fine. I'm going to help you here right now. I'm going to do this in the most beginner way possible. So if we analyze this, we got 3 different sections. The first one and main one is CoryxKenshin's face. The second is gameplay, and the third is text. These 3 elements is what you need on most thumbnails. You can have 2, which is just the gameplay and the face. You can minus them out, you can switch them out, but you need at least 2 or 3 for the thumbnail to work. Now I don't really put my face in my thumbnails. If you do want a tutorial for how I do my thumbnails, which I'm going to title as like horror gaming in general, comment down below and subscribe. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to grab some face footage. If you don't know guys, I am very big on FNAF gaming, FNAF horror gaming. So if that's your thing and you're looking for someone to watch, watching my content might be good for you. So I'm going to skip through my face cam footage and find a reaction that's good enough. Cory's has got like a shocked face. We're going to do something a little bit different though. As I'm going through this guys, the reaction is very important for how you show it, because this is going to be 50% of your video. So I'm going to use this frame just to prove that it works with any different type of reaction. It doesn't really matter. It's up to you to decide on the mood of the video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to video and then I'm going to click on take snapshot. Once you drag and drop it guys, you're going to see this blue border. Now what I do suggest is not clicking enter just yet. I would change it now, because what it does, it treats it as a vector, so it keeps the quality as best as it can in this mode. Try base it kind of where you see Cory. So I'm gonna just do it like around here. Just to get the angle a bit better, I'm gonna go over here to where it says opacity. We're gonna drag it down to about like, I would say 75%. Now I can see both myself and CoryxKenshin. Now what I'm gonna do guys to transform this and extend it bigger, because my face is a bit too small, I'm gonna push Ctrl T. Now what that does, it brings this back up. I'm gonna extend it and then try like line up the proportions as best as I can. The reason I'm keeping CoryxKenshin in the background is because I suggest using this. You can drag it on like the top. You can kind of use it as like how you would trace the image if you're doing like some art or something. It's kind of similar to that. This is just there to help with proportions. Do not copy and paste and rip off CoryxKenshin's thumbnail. To hide CoryxKenshin, I'm gonna push his eye. It doesn't delete it, it just hides it. Now before we do anything guys, this is very important. I'm gonna click on this and I'm gonna click on convert to layer. If that's not there, you're gonna right click and then convert to layer over here. Now what we want to do guys is have this image selected and go up to filter and then click on camera raw filter over here. If it's not there, you need to change your color settings from CMYK to RGB, I think. I'm not too sure. Once we click on camera raw filter, we're gonna have our image on a separate tab like this. This is where I would do all the coloring and everything here. So what I'm gonna do guys is we're gonna go to basics to start off with. If we look at how CoryxKenshin's face looks in his thumbnails, it's very vibrant and bright. We're gonna go and turn up the exposure a bit. We're gonna bring down the contrast. At the end of the day guys, you're gonna have to experiment because everyone's lighting is different. Everyone has a different skin tone, so you're gonna have to base it off that. I would try bright up everything because I'm a bit light as it is. I won't put the highlight too high, but some people might want to move it up a bit. Try make your face look as noticeable as possible without damaging the image. Now guys, this next part is textures. What this does is it basically sharpens the image. Now, as you can see, look, if I put the textures down, it does this. If I put it up, it does this. I'm gonna put around 30. The clarity is just like, it enhances the lines that it's just created in the texture. That's the best way I can explain it. I would not touch saturation just yet, guys, because this kind of like messes about with it too much. So keep saturation at 0. That's what I would do. Once that's done, guys, we can close out basics and we can open up details. Now, what details does is you can sharpen the image, which I'm gonna do a little bit. If you see there's like too much on your face, you can go to noise reduction and turn that up, and it will smooth out your image more. And then we're gonna go to effects, guys, and we're gonna put on a tiny bit of grain. Now, what grain does, guys, is it kind of makes the image look more enhanced than it already is. Do not put too much though, or it messes up your image. You just want a little bit, like 10 to 20. Once it's done, okay, we can open up this tab over here, and then we can see the difference. You can see how much clearer my face is. It just looks way better this way. You can see how the quality is pretty much the same. Now, this is all about enhancing your face. So what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna grab my face cam picture. I'm gonna hold Alt, and we're just gonna drag up by 1. So now there's 2 layers over here. Once that's done, guys, I'm gonna go to quick action, select subject. If that's not there for you, all you have to do is go up to this 3rd tool, make sure this tool is selected. You can go up here, push the plus, and you can add and minus the parts that you need to. I don't know why I'm wearing brown. It literally blends in with the background. So that is an issue for me over here, but it's fine. Once that's done, we're gonna Control C and Control V. Now there's 3 layers. We can delete this bottom layer now. And what I probably would do is go to filter, go to blur, Gaussian blur. I'm not gonna do it too much. In CoryxKenshin thumbnails, he doesn't really blur his background, but I'm just giving this tip for you just to make your thumbnail look a little bit better. So I'm gonna put it up by like 3. I think 3 is good enough for me. His face takes up half the screen. My face takes up half the screen. Now it comes to the actual gameplay. All we need to do now, guys, is grab the eraser tool and we can start rubbing out. And another good thing, guys, is that because there's 2 layers of my face, I can rub out the background and it doesn't disrupt me. Push Ctrl Z to go back. I'm gonna go up to the circle, click on this arrow, make sure the hardness is all the way down. To change the sizes, guys, you can play with the brackets. At first, I'll probably do something like this. Once that part is done, I probably would now go to where it says flow and bring it down to about 20. And then it just kind of means you have to rub out a bit more. It's harder to rub out. CoryxKenshin's one, his one comes up to about here. He also rubs out his shoulder, so we're gonna do that as well. Just a few taps. Now, guys, we need to search for the gameplay. Go onto Google or get some of your footage, find a good part, try to show like the main part of the gameplay, the highlights. For this, I'll do a completely different game just to prove it works. Now we're gonna take a look at our CoryxKenshin thumbnail. If you still need to wipe out stuff, you can go ahead and do that. Just make sure you select the layer that you need to do that for. Now, we also want to drag some attention to the image. You can add whatever you think would look good on the thumbnail. You need to have your own style. That's the main thing. I'm going to go ahead and take this anime shine effect. You can go up to screen and you can change it like this. This looks good. And then you can also go to opacity and change it like that, so not too much. Because I want to include myself into the gameplay, I'm going to have to add some coloring. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on my top layer of my face and we're going to push this little plus down here, and then I'm going to hold Alt and click on it, and it connects that layer to my face only. Now what you can do, guys, is you can grab the eyedrop tool, select a piece of whatever you want. I'm going to select a piece of red, or you could just choose your own color, it's fine. And what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to just drag some. Now it looks a bit off right now because the layer style is normal right now. So we're gonna click on that and we can change it. Now choose whatever you think fits best. I'm gonna go with soft light, and what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna actually grab the rubber tool and I'm gonna delete it from my eye area, because eyes are actually very important in thumbnails. If you want to move it, push Ctrl T on the effect and you can kind of move it whatever you want. Now another thing, guys, is because CoryxKenshin has a light behind him, I also have a light behind me. You kind of want it to be colorful. So what I'm gonna do is I've got a purple over here, so I'm gonna click on the layer behind me. I'm gonna add a bit of purple hue. So I'm gonna try to go for like a lightish purple. Whoops, I made a mistake, guys. Whoops, I made a mistake. I forgot to say you need to create another layer. Same thing, hold Alt, click. So now it's a separate thing and it doesn't actually affect the image. It goes on top of it, kind of. Now, if you want to do that to yourself as well, we can drag this up and there we go. So now we can have like a purple hue. This might be a bit too much. Just play around with it, guys. I think there's too much red, so I'm gonna have a little bit of red. Not too much. It's very similar to CoryxKenshin. If I were to do anything, I'd probably move myself a bit out of frame because I think I'm taking up a bit too much. It's all about trial and error, guys. Please take your time when you're doing thumbnails. Yeah, I kind of like that a lot better. So if we zoom out, guys, I don't know, you tell me. What do you think? I know CoryxKenshin's face is a bit orange here. We can add that right now, I guess. You can go to camera raw filter and do it from there. So we go filter, camera raw filter. This is for the top of our face. We can go to basics and put up the vibrance and do all that good stuff. Or we can go back and we can do it more of a hands-on way. We're gonna want to come down to this circle over here and we're gonna want to choose hue and saturation. I'm gonna try to bring it underneath so it affects my face but it doesn't actually affect the purple color. Make my face a bit more orange. Now it kind of made my whole body a bit more orange. So what we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna push Control-I on our hue and saturation layer, and that's gonna make it black. Now we're gonna grab the paintbrush. I'm going to make sure this is selected to white, which is the opposite of the black. Now, if you go over it, it will bring back our orange. I would suggest turning up the flow for this. And just the places you want orange, you can have it there. And if you want to go back, just switch it around and it will delete it. The places I would avoid putting color is like your mouth. You want those places to not have any coloration. And if you still want to go further, guys, add another tool. It's going to be called selective color. Now what that does, guys, is it takes the color that you've selected up here and it makes changes to it. So if I go into whites and then I go to where it says yellow, it's going to change the parts that are white and change the yellow color into it. Putting yellow down is actually good. If you want to do the overall color, go to neutrals. You can change it about there. Once you've done all of that, guys, same thing. You can push Control-I and then color it in. Now we need to make changes to the gameplay to enhance it a bit more. So I'm going to do the same thing here. And I'm going to copy and paste Freddy here. And then I'm going to do my remove background. I'm going to go with like this for now. We're going to copy and paste. We're going to delete this bottom layer. And we're going to add filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Now that's going to like enhance Freddy a bit. Then we can go to camera raw filter and make changes to Freddy. Whoops, wrong file selected. Make sure you're selecting the right layer, by the way, guys. You can keep looking back at CoryxKenshin's thumbnail as I've been doing, just to eyeball it. Make sure to try make it sharp. You don't want blurry images for this. Noise reduction, just so it doesn't make it a bit too pixelated. And we can bring up the grain a tiny bit. Now look at the difference here. Just look at the difference. It's amazing. And then we can double click on Freddy if you want and add a drop shadow. And that takes him out from the back. You can add a glow if you want. I wouldn't add a glow right now. As you can see, there's some parts here. Easy fix. Now, talking about the free softwares. Now, I don't actually use those softwares. But if you figure out how to do like opacity, how to add those sort of effects, you can do the same sort of technique here. Coloring, you can do the exact same. Blurring, exact same way. The easiest way to explain this, guys, is make sure you're paying attention to layers. Layers is going to be your best friend here. Now, the last thing, guys, which is one of the three, is text. Now, in this positioning, I got a decent amount of space in this area to add some text. Font really depends on you. To make things simple, I'm just going to add Five Nights at Freddy's. You can add your own text. I'll show you guys an example, actually. Like, if you look at my thumbnails, you can see how I make use of the space. It really depends on where the empty space is on your thumbnail. But also, guys, keep in mind, don't just add it so it just takes up more space and then your thumbnail looks a bit too confusing. With the text, guys, I'm actually going to rob it from my other thumbnail. Bring the text to the top. The text needs to be very clear because people's eyes are going to go straight to that and it needs to be clear and readable. Keep in mind, guys, you can also put the title of the game, any logo of the game, you can put it there in the space. I'm going to just use text for now. For the sake of positioning, I'm going to use 2 words. Now, there's many ways to position this. You can position it like this. Now, the text looks kind of boring. I'm not going to lie, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to where the text is. We're going to add a plus layer. We're going to connect it holding Alt. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to hold Shift so it does it in a straight line. Whatever color you choose for your text, try get a darker color over it. So if you're choosing red, try get like a darker shade of red. And we're going to do this. Now this adds a bit of texture to the text. I don't want to add it to the dots. I want the dots to be clear. So we can go to the rubber tool and we can delete it from that. You can try and make one of the words red and then add like a darker red at the bottom. There we have a CoryxKenshin thumbnail. I know my reaction should be me being scared, but I'm just trying to prove that it kind of does work. So there is our first thumbnail, guys. Again, here is CoryxKenshin's version. There's mine, CoryxKenshin. There's mine, CoryxKenshin. Now it's not exactly the same, but there are very clear similarities with positioning. You can even do lighting. If you wanted, behind Freddy, you could add some nice glow. If you really wanted, you could add some nice glow behind Freddy like that. So that's thumbnail 1 done. Now, if you did skip to this part of the video, I do recommend going back because I went through all the techniques and methods step by step. And for these last 2 thumbnails, guys, I'm going to try breeze through it. So here we have the classic CoryxKenshin thumbnail. We got the face over here, character over here. I want to call this one the Chiller's art style. He usually does this for his horror games, the small indie horror games that are very scary. And for this one, guys, I'm gonna get reaction where I'm actually screaming. Alright, guys, I'm gonna get this frame over here. Okay, same thing. I'm gonna snap it again, line up with CoryxKenshin. I think this is a good size, just to make sure. No, it's not a good size. Control Z, it's fine. You just drag it back on. I'm gonna go for like this sort of size here. I did do this one in my last tutorial, but this is gonna be updated. Even my mic quality is a bit better now, so it's gonna be way more easier to go through. Same thing, guys. We got the 3 aspects: the face, we got the face, we got the subject, and we got text on the screen. For this, I'm gonna just grab up any chillers art horror game. I don't know what this one's from, but I'm gonna use this anyway. Remember to zoom out, guys, so you can see the whole thumbnail size. Like here, if we compare that to CoryxKenshin's one, yeah, it's pretty similar. Now with thumbnails like this, our face is going to be a bit smaller, so the main focus is going to be the actual gameplay, so we want to do more work on that. Contrast might need to be a bit high. I would rather put shadows down. Texture should be up. Clarity should be up as well, I think. For this one, add a tiny bit of grain, same amount as we did before. Now what we did, guys, is we're only doing it for the character. I'm going to drag and drop the file on top of itself, so there's 2 files now, and what we're going to do is we're gonna remove the background. Select subject and delete the background. Now as you can see, CoryxKenshin likes to use this nice outline on his character. He does it a lot. I remember he used to do it in his God of War gameplays as well. We could add a drop shadow if you want. I think drop shadows are always good. We're gonna go up to where it says stroke. Right now I have the stroke selected as black. You're gonna want to do white. I think around 8 is good. Let's just double check. Yeah, around 8 is decent. The issue is this place is a bit too bright. So what we're going to do is we're going to treat this layer as the background layer. Now you kind of want this to be dark and gloomy so the character actually sticks out. And I'm going to put quite a bit of grain, probably in the 60s. Up front, guys, it's going to look like this. CoryxKenshin's one looks like this. We can add a bit of light behind the character using our brush. All we have to do is extend the brush quite a bit. Make sure the hardness is down, the flow, bring the flow down, and we can add some brightness to the character. I will try using a different color, like CoryxKenshin uses orange over here. We can add a vibrance layer and a hue and saturation layer. If the character is not going orange, you can click on the character, add a layer between, and then we can do this. You can go on top of all of this, add a new layer, go black, and we can go around the outsides. Or you can cover the whole thing, then get an eraser tool, hardness down, and slowly do that. It's going to create some dark outlines. It makes the character pop, and it adds a bit of intenseness to it. It's time for the face. That layer is all the way at the bottom, so I'm going to drag it all the way to the top. I'm going to reposition my face in the CoryxKenshin angle. You can angle it however you want. I suggest always duplicating the layer and turning it off, just so you have a backup saved. Rub this out. Remember, guys, if it's too much, put the flow down as you get closer to your face. Now, guys, same thing. We need to put color to our face to show that emotion and for us to stand out, because our face is actually kind of small, so we need to make sure our face doesn't get lost. Filter, camera roll filter. Camera roll filter is your best friend in this, guys. You could have done the camera roll filter first, but I've just done it this way. We can turn up saturation if you want. Texture, guys, should be up. Clarity a bit up. The grain helps a lot. Confirm. Look at that, guys. Could probably move my face out a bit more like this. Make some changes. Like, I feel like this outside is a bit too dark. You can change it a bit with playing with the opacity over here. Now it's time for the text. I'm gonna drag on the logo here. One thing I've noticed is that he's actually changed the logo so it fits to his thumbnail, which is really good, actually. This part here, if we look at my one, the first letter for my one is a bit too much to the center. So one way to fix this is to do this. We're gonna duplicate this. All we need to do is just delete the bottom part that we don't need, and we can move this here. We can show this part, hide the top part for now, and then we can remove it from this one. There we go. Now it's 2 separate layers, but now it fits better. Now the girl actually has subtitles in CoryxKenshin thumbnail, so we can add that for ourselves. We're gonna bring her down a bit. Easiest way to do this, guys, is to grab your font. We're gonna write something creepy. I found you. Now you can have it in this text. If you wanna go for the CoryxKenshin subtitle text, he uses a pixelated one. I'm gonna use the Five Nights at Freddy's font. I think that will work. Before we put it at an angle, we're gonna put the border. Select a new layer, grab this, and then just try outline it like that. If you want to change the rectangle color, you can double click it and you can go to color overlay, and then there we have it. So we're gonna select both of these. Want to add stuff to the rectangle, double click on it, drop shadow, outer glow if you wanted. If you want to do anything to the text, you can also do that as well. You can add a glow if you want. I think a glow actually works pretty nice. It makes the words stand out even though they're kind of tiny. That is our second thumbnail done. This is CoryxKenshin's one. This is my one. CoryxKenshin's one. One thing you could argue, guys, is He's got a bit more color in his one. Like I said before, I was talking about the purple light behind me. Can add some purple here, purple hue over here, some down here, and that's thumbnail 2 done. Last but not least, guys, we have the third CoryxKenshin thumbnail. I also showed this one in my previous video. This one is very easy to do. I'm actually going to be using my face again. Now remember how I told you to save a layer just in case? We have that layer here that we can use. Our face for this one is going to be a bit more smaller. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm actually going to be using some of the thumbnail that we had for the second one, just to make this a lot more easier for you guys. There's going to be a background for now. You can use the exact same strats that I've just done in this video, but for now we're just going to use this one. We've already got the text done and we already got the person in frame. All we need to do is this face cam here. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to enable my one and we're going to go down here and we're going to just draw a square. Hold shift so you get the perfect square. We're going to want to leave the color on. So if you don't have a color, just add one. Once you kind of base it where your face cam is, we're going to want to drag the rectangle below it and then we're going to hold Alt and connect the face cam to the square. Now I'm going to select both of these because they're 2 separate files still. I'm going to add a bit of tilt and then I'm just going to select the face cam and you can move it in the square freely. And you can also extend your face inside the square too. He's kind of got his one more to the side so you can fit more of the spider in, but we don't need to do that. If you really want to do that, click on the rectangle and you can adjust the rectangle's position like that. Filter, camera raw filter, and we can do the same thing again. Now one strat that you can do, which is kind of a cheat code, is you can copy and paste your current image and then we can actually click on filter and click on camera raw filter at the very top, which is just copy and pasting the effect we already had, and that should add it to our face cam here. You can copy and paste this back in here if we delete this, and we can actually fit our same design like that. You might want to do a few changes to the background. Very simple. Blur the background like that, and then what I would do is I would go around with the rubber tool and we can blur the background ourselves. Okay guys, at this point of the video I need to talk about the packs. Now currently I have 3 packs up. One of them is for my editing tutorial and 2 of them I'm just about to put up. I'm going to be giving away a completely free pack for you guys to learn step by step on how to edit these thumbnails if you didn't quite understand the video. So I suggest everyone watching this video should grab it. Even if you don't think you'll need it, just go take a look. It might be helpful, who knows. I'm going to quickly go through this so you know what to expect. And since it's on Photoshop, it might be a bit hard to navigate, so I'm going to explain it. Here's the free pack, guys, and over here I've put it in order of what you need to see. So if you want to move on to templates, all you have to do is click on this eye to get rid of the current one. Click on the green. There's the templates. You can also drop down and see all of these files for yourself. You can even move them, you can copy and paste them if you want, put your thumbnail over it and then use it as a template. I then have the breakdown, which is me kind of explaining in short term. It's a side-by-side comparison with CoryxKenshin's one. You can see I got a different thumbnail here from him. Here I mark how to make the character stand out, the proportions of the face cam, all of that good stuff. Click on the eye to hide it and then open up the next one. Here's the structure. Now this may look a bit confusing, but if you push this drop down, you can see that I have labeled some of these. You can see that this blue line is the main subject, where the logo placements are, the best logo placements, all of that good stuff. Finally, I've given you guys one free Photoshop file where you can edit everything on here, just like you've seen in my video. It's completely editable. You can change everything. You can even, if you wanted to, just extend my face as big as you wanted. All of that combined is completely free. Now, this next pack, guys, is paid, and I suggest grabbing the free one, just so you can make things way more easier with this. So I got a light pack where there's a bunch of different lights you can use, bunch of emojis. I know Cory doesn't really use that, but who knows, it could help you out. And then I got Cory main, which is like his main effects that I would probably use. I got the anime lines. I even got the face cam placement. And the last thing in this pack is all 3 thumbnails that I've done in this video for you guys to use as your own templates, experiment with, and even take stuff from. Now, all of this, guys, comes up to £12, which is around $15. You can pass up on this offer, but I will be putting the price up soon. The price will be going up after 50 purchases. And so far, before I even put this video up, there's already been 2 purchases. So if you don't want to miss out and you want to grab this early, I suggest doing that now. And also, guys, if you do buy this pack, I will be doing an 8-bit Ryan one. You will get a big discount for that if you do decide to buy the other pack as well. And in terms of pricing and editing and all of that, all you have to do is message me on Discord, message me on Instagram, anywhere like that. And I even got my email in the description if you want to go that way. And if you don't think this is for you, all you need to do is subscribe. But that is your best way of supporting me. We have different types of styles, different games I've used, but they all have the same CoryxKenshin vibe to it, every single one. Just remember, you can implement his style and take inspiration. Do not copy and paste and rubbish thumbnails. I know I do a lot of CoryxKenshin tutorials on this channel. I'm probably creating some CoryxKenshin clones. That would be my worst nightmare. But these are just the methods that CoryxKenshin probably uses, or the method I would do to get to the same outcome. But anyway, guys, that was 3 CoryxKenshin thumbnails. I hope you enjoyed. If you love any of these thumbnails but do not have the time, you can always message me and I will make these sort of thumbnails for you. All you have to do is message message me on Discord, link in description. Well, congratulations, you now know how to make CoryxKenshin thumbnails, but do you know how to edit? If not, click on the card above or click on the 2 videos at the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you do want to stick around just for my gameplays, please leave a like and subscribe on this video so you do not miss anything. Comment down below any other tutorials you want. The next one will be 8-bit Ryan. My next video will probably be a gameplay one, and then we will do an 8-bit Ryan tutorial. For the other way, guys, if you've got any questions, comment them down below or message me, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye, guys.